Every little voice.
The day my principal banned 6-7. My name is Michael and I'm in grade 5. I usually mind my own business, but today something was off. Everywhere I walked, kids whispered like they were planning a top-secret mission. "Why is everyone acting like they're in a spy movie?" I muttered as I opened my locker. Then I heard it. 6-7. Soft at first, then louder, then everywhere. Kids whispered it behind lockers, in corners, in slow motion like a dramatic movie trailer. I whispered to myself, did I miss a school-wide announcement or something? During math, Ms. Aspira said, "All right, everyone, get into groups of 6 or 7. She didn't even finish. The room erupted, chairs screeched, desks scraped, kids jumped up like she'd just announced free pizza. After lunch, my English teacher, Mr. Klein, stood at the front of the class and said, "All right, class, turn to page 67. For half a second, the room froze. Then, cheers. Gasps turned into smiles, whispers turned into giggles. He said it. Yes, page 6-7. Mr. Klein blinked and laughed. Wow, you're all very enthusiastic readers today. I looked around the room and sighed. I still had no clue what was going on. At recess, even the kindergartners were in on it. They pointed up at a cloud screaming, "Cloud 6-7!" And honestly, the cloud did look a little like 67, but still, why? By the time we got back to class, Miss Spira looked done. She rubbed her temples and said, please stop saying 6-7. But the class chanted it louder. My friend leaned over and whispered, "This is so strange." I agreed. The cafeteria was pure chaos. Jacob marched up proudly to the lunch lady and said, "I'll take 67 chicken nuggets." She gasped and stared at him like he'd asked for a spaceship. Henry nearly choked on his juice. Recess turned into 6-7 battles. Kids pointed at each other like superheroes yelling, 6-7! I just sat on the bench thinking, I go to the strangest school on earth. I finally asked my friend Noah, "Bro, what does 6-7 even mean?" He shrugged. "It means everything and nothing. It's a vibe." A vibe? That told me nothing. Even our class hamster, Mr. Whiskers, was annoyed. Kids screamed 6-7 around his cage until he covered his tiny ears. Honestly, I don't get it either, Mr. Whiskers. Then it happened. The PA crackled. Our principal cleared her throat. "I have had it! From this moment forward, 6-7 is banned." Kids froze. I dropped my juice box. The school lost it. Kids screamed. Some begged for mercy. One kid fainted onto a pile of hoodies like he was in a dramatic movie. I said quietly, "This is so extra." The next day, silence. Like spooky movie silence. Kids walked quietly. Teachers smiled. Something was wrong. I whispered, "It's too quiet." But kids are kids. Soon they created new ways to say 6-7 without actually saying it. The number after 66, 6 plus 1. The forbidden digits. By Friday, the principal looked destroyed. She sat at her desk, staring at a huge stack of papers labeled 6-7 complaints. She whispered, "Why did I become a principal?" At an emergency assembly, she shouted, "Why are you all obsessed with 6-7? The whole gym shrugged. No one knew. I raised my hand and she handed me a mic. I cleared my throat and said, "Maybe we should pick trends that don't make everyone so wild?" The spotlight hit me like I was giving a motivational speech. I said, 6-7 isn't hurting anyone. It's just noise. The principal sighed. I still don't know what 6-7 means, she said, but banning it clearly made things worse. She threw her hands up. Fine, 6-7 is unbanned. But the next day, a kid ran down the hallway screaming, "Tung tung tung sahur." I shook my head. Not again. On my walk home, echoes followed me. 6-7, tung 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 sahur. I looked at the sky and sighed. My school is impossible, but maybe that's what makes it fun.
Learning beyond the story.
Here are a few discussion questions that you can explore after reading The Day My Principal Banned 6-7.
Thanks so much for watching. If you'd like more activities and resources connected to this story, visit our shop. You can find the link in the description box below.
Every child, every story.